Hi everyone. A quick video showing congruency, and this is one of the examples from the textbook. So as you can see, here's the figure. We have two triangles. We have triangle ABC, and then we also have triangle EDC. Now they are congruent, but we need to prove that. So we need to remember our three conditions of or four conditions of congruency. There are four different conditions. Now we need to see which one it is, and remember there's a certain method that we follow. So let's look at the question. There's two questions. First it says prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EDC. So this triangle and that triangle. We need to prove that they are congruent. Please note that the order in the question is already correct. Okay, so ABC and then EDC. So we're not going to change the order there. And then we also need to prove that that AB, this part here, is parallel to DE. So that we also need to prove. That we can do after we've proved congruency. So we're going to start with question A. Remember that I told you guys there's always a specific method that we follow. We always start by saying in triangle ABC and triangle EDC, colon. Always in that order. That's always the first thing that you write down. In triangle ABC and triangle EDC. And now we need to start to list and say which things are the same. Now the first thing would be, let's call it I. First thing is that AC is equal to CE. Okay, can you see? There's one mark there, there's one mark there. It means these two are the same length. So we say AC equals CE. And always provide your reason in brackets. What's the reason? The reason is that it is given. It's given. It's right there in the figure. Okay, so that is your reason. The second part, or the second thing that we're going to say is the same, would be BC is equal to CD. It's also given. Can you see there's two marks there? There's two marks there. So we say BC is equal to CD. Same reason. It's given. It's there on the figure. So already, what do we have here? This is a side. It's two sides that's the same. What do we have here? Also two sides that are the same. Okay, so we already have S and S. But now we're looking for a third thing that's the same, whether it's an angle or a side. Now look carefully at this figure here. Can you see that we have an angle here and an angle here? What can we use there to say that they are the same? It is vertically opposite angles. Whenever two straight lines cross each other, then you can say that the opposite angles are equal. So that's our third thing that we list. We say angle C1 equals angle C2, and the reason, now it's not given, but we know it's vertically opposite angles. So we'll say here vertically opposite angles are equal. That's our reason. Okay. And then, so now we need to think which condition do we have. Now remember, we have four conditions. We have side, side, side. We have side, angle, side, where the angle must be an included angle. And then we have side, angle, angle. And then we also have right angle, hypotenuse, side. But the one that we are looking at is side, angle, side, because there's a side there's an angle. It's an included angle in between the two sides because there's another side. So it's side, angle, side. Remember, for this condition, it must be an included angle. Otherwise, it's not one of the conditions for congruency. So we conclude by saying, therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EDC, and then you provide your reason in brackets. This is like your 2-mark statement. And the reason is side, angle, side. Okay, that is the answer for question A, but let's look at question B. Let me just move this up slightly. Question B says, we need to prove that AB, which is this line here, is parallel to DE, which is this line here. Well, what we can say is, because these two triangles are congruent, meaning they are exactly the same shape and size, we therefore can conclude that all the corresponding sides are the same and all the corresponding angles are the same. So we can say that this angle here, angle A, is the same as angle E. Does that make sense? Now, what can we say about these two angles? Are they not alternating angles? Have a look there. You see this shape. It's the N shape, right? Where that angle is equal to that angle. And what can we say? If those two angles are equal, what can we say about these lines here? They must be parallel. Okay, that's one of the conditions for parallel lines, is alternating angles. Once you have the alternating angles the same, then you can also conclude that you have parallel lines. So then we can conclude that these two lines are parallel. So how will we formulate that? Well, we will first say that angle A is equal to angle E, and the reason would be because we have congruent triangles. So because triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EDC. And then we say they are also alternating angles. They are alternating angles. Therefore, AB must be parallel to DE. That's it for today. Thank you, guys.